I want to talk about who's really hurting the most in this country, who's really hurting the most. The people that they just gloss right over. The liberals just gloss right over. And that's people living on the streets. People living on the streets have the most to lose. You know why? The reason why is we have no place to go but the streets. And when we can get into the shelters are now overrun by people who are from other countries. We're affected by it the most. People with housing instability, we're the ones who are impacted the most. It's a topic that they just gloss over and pretend it doesn't even exist. They could never, ever run on a policy of homelessness because it is such a crisis that they would just be shown up. But nobody wants to talk about that. They certainly don't want to talk about it. But as it turns out, if they are against people on the streets now, if they aren't helping people on the streets, I'm going to tell you, that includes every American. Because Americans from all walks of life can end up right here on the streets. I lost my housing at 55. Wasn't expecting it. I had taught all my life. How was I to know they were going to lay off all the teachers just before I was ready to retire? And I slipped right through the cracks. And a lot of people, it doesn't have to be a drug addiction as they have led people to believe, or severe mental illness, or alcoholism. See, that's the perceptions they want you to have. And that's not to disparage the people who are having those experiences, but that is far from the complete story. But they've glossed over it so much that they don't even know. A person told me the other day online, they said, you know what? He was sort of sarcastic. He said, oh, homeless people don't vote. And it may be true, but it's not because homeless people can't vote. Homeless people have the right to go to any polling station and use their location and vote. And I'm going to tell you, every person, any person that has been homeless, that is experiencing homelessness now, living on the street or has lived on the street, they need to go to the polls and tell Kamala, not today.